Big heat race drama at Lernerville upsets the high limit points. We had first time winners break through. Justin Grant stays hot on that broken foot. New champions crowned, and safety changes needed after a brutal situation in a Friday sprint car show. Let's go. It's Sunday, September 14th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily presented by Kubota Genuine Parts. A machine is typically a sum of its parts, and what makes a Kubota great is no different. It lies in the careful planning and innovation in Kubota Genuine Parts. Power, protection, precision. Kubota Genuine Parts are what make a Kubota a Kubota. If you're curious about learning more about Kubota Genuine Parts, you can visit KubotaUSA.com or your local Kubota dealer. If you need to locate one of the more than 1,000 dealers nationwide, open up the My Kubota app and click the dealers button at the bottom. We'll get rolling here with two brand new winners with the Kubota High Limit Sprint Cars. Both Friday and Saturday at Lernerville saw drivers break through for the first time, with Tanner Thorson going 12th to the win on Friday. Don't tell me there's no passing in sprint car racing. And Dazen Persley battling by Brad Sweet to win on Saturday. Thorson had previously won a prelim night at the Gold Cup, but those are split field nights, so not technically an official High Limit Series win. There was no question, though, on Friday as he sliced his way through the field and led the final 3 laps. A big win for that coilover setup sprint car, too. Behind Thorson, Sweet ended up second, where he finished both nights, actually. That was a nice bounce back from some of the struggles he's had recently. And Persley ended up third. That Friday night show also had big drama between Aaron Reitzel and Cy Lynch that ended up having big points and championship implications. Early in Heat 2, Reitzel made contact with Lynch and sent him over the top of Turn 2. And then under the immediate yellow, Lynch then went after Reitzel, driving over his left front and breaking the front end. Reitzel DNF'd in the heat, and Lynch was DQ'd for the retaliation. I certainly didn't think the initial contact was intentional on Reitzel's part. He was right behind the 1A of Ashton Torgerson, and it looked like the 87 just got really tight in the 1A's wake. He then pushed up the track into Lynch's 42. I don't remember offhand there being previous issues between these two drivers, but Lynch was very quick to respond. It was clear he didn't care what the reasoning was for the contact. Obviously, though, not the first time we've seen someone take issue with Reitzel and what he does on the racetrack. The two drivers ended up transferring into the night's feature through the B main, and Lynch went 19th to 5th for hard charger honors. Reitzel, though, only able to get to 17th. When you combine that with a 14th place finish on Saturday, that RSR 87 went from leading the High Limit Owners Championship to now second, 19 points behind Rico Abreu. Rico now leading both standings headed to Lawrenceburg on Wednesday. As for Persley, he was strong at Skagit but struggled the week before at Port Royal. Lernerville, though, a big bounce back, finishing on the podium Friday and breaking through for that win on Saturday. There have definitely been some bumps and scrapes along the way during this rookie season for Persley, but plenty of bright spots as well, showing that kind of potential for him as a wing sprint car driver. He's on his way towards Series Rookie of the Year as well. This High Limit Championship remains a 2-driver fight and a 3-team fight, depending on which side you're looking at. Still a lot of racing to come, though, and more moves are likely here. Out west, weekend award of Outlaws sprint car wins went to Buddy Kofoid at Kern and Bill Baylog at Paris. Kofoid up to 11 Outlaw wins. He topped Sheldon Hodenshield and Carson Macedo on Friday. Gravel had his first finish outside the top 10 in an Outlaw race since Plymouth back in June, suffering a late flat right rear tire. And Donnie Schatz's West Coast woes continued. He had a Friday DNF and a 13th place finish on Saturday. No Paul Silva magic for him. Baylog's flag-to-flag victory was his 3rd series win in 2025, and he continues to have a career season. Even a hole in his right rear tire couldn't get in his way on Saturday. I don't want to diminish his incredible 10 IRA titles, but of the full-time drivers, only Gravel, Kofoid, and Macedo have more World of Outlaws wins this season than Baylog. He's won more than Logan Schuchart, Sheldon Hodenshield, and obviously Donnie Schatz. Schatz is one that Baylog is trying to run down in the points. More weekends like this and that 130-point gap between the two could completely go away. The Outlaws close out the California trip next weekend with 2 nights at the Tulare Thunder Bowl. In Ohio, the All-Star season wrapped up with 2 more Cap Henry wins at Fremont and a split championship. Caleb Henry took down the driver's title while Kel Thomas steered the 49X to the owner championship. I have no idea how that happened between the owner championship and the driver championship with split ones. I need to go look at the All-Star points. I have no idea how they work, but I was a little surprised to see there being 2 different champions there. Logan Julian and Travis Aarons were IRA winners. Blake Nemi has a solid lead in the standings with just 3 IRA races to go. Brock Zierfoss won at Williams Grove. Troy Wagaman took the Weldon Sterner at Lincoln. Nick Sheridan was the Northern Sprint Car Nationals winner. And Ayrton Jennington and Hank Davis split POWRi wins. Jennington now in control of that POWRi championship with Joe B. Miller finishing 19th at Lee County and 11th at Callaway. And USAC Sprint Car wins went to Justin Grant and Logan Seavey between Circle City and the Hustler at Hobstop. Kyle Cummins still leads that USAC title by a wide margin, but JG continuing to melt faces with that broken foot. 6 straight top 5 finishes and 3 wins in his last 5 starts. That's just unreal stuff for an injured driver. Up next is the 4-Crown weekend at Eldora. Before we move on, I like Jacksonville Speedway. I think Kenny Dobson has done a nice job over the years of bringing big events to that track, but what happened there on Friday night was just completely unacceptable. I hope they're taking a good hard look at their safety procedures and making big improvements going forward. If you didn't see the video that was floating around on social media, Kevin Newton crashed during the MOA Sprint Car feature, and it took multiple laps before the race went red. The track announcer was screaming on the PA system, which was broadcast live on Dirt Vision for officials to do something. It was a really bad situation and something we just can't afford to have in these races. We had tragedy at Jacksonville last year and now this. Sprint car racing is dangerous enough as it is. We have to do better than this. Moving over to late models, the World of Outlaws back in action with 2 shows in the South. Friday, it was Needmore. Saturday, to Sonoya. Nick Hoffman, the winner Friday, he took over from Tim McCready on lap 17 and went the distance, breaking Bobby Pierce's 4-race win streak. It was interesting to hear him talk about, too, they brought a new car this weekend. The car they ran at Eldora, he said they put on the shelf. They're going to keep that for the Dirt Track World Championship. Are we going to do a point now where everybody's just going to have special Eldora cars? If they run well there, they find a combination that works that's just going to sit in the corner until Eldora comes back around. We know Jonathan Davenport does that. Now you've got Nick Hoffman talking about it. It's certainly an interesting development. Saturday, though, for the Outlaws, it was Ashton Winger leading 44 of 50 laps, picking up his 5th career Outlaw win and first since 2022. Winger had been an Outlaw full-timer this year, but fell off the tour in June. He beat McCready and Ethan Dotson to the win. The Outlaws off now for a couple of weeks, with Bobby Pierce still in control of that championship. Going back to Thursday, Jonathan Davenport won the Flow Racing Night in America Scott Bloomquist Memorial at Volunteer Speedway. Things got good there late. JD, though, able to hold off Hudson O'Neill and Cameron Marlar. Elsewhere, Jason Fager swept the Mars weekend. Dave Hess Jr. picked up 10 grand with the ULMS and Fall Clash. Morgan Bagley and BJ Robinson were Comp Cams winners. Chad Becker won the Wissota 100. And Max Blair and Mason Ziegler were unsanctioned 10K winners at State Line and Selinsgrove. At Fonda, Matt Shepard picked up his 3rd career win in the Fonda 200 with the Short Track Super Series. It was a wild race. Alex Yankowski went out early from the lead with mechanical issues. Shepard had a flat tire under that same caution, had to drive back to the front. Numerous other cars suffered problems. It was a wild one there. And finally, in USMTS action, Tyler Wolf won 2 of 3 at Tri-State Speedway in Oklahoma with the USMTS, including this Saturday finale. Tanner Mullins won the Friday show in between. He's still 119 points back, though, in the standings, trailing Rodney Sanders. We'll shut things down right there for today. Don't forget, you can watch the Daily Show completely ad-free over at patreon.com/DirtTrackR. That is one of the perks of the top-tier membership called Reserve Seating over there. You can sign up free as a member on Patreon, but the premium tiers do have added benefits, so check that out at patreon.com/DirtTrackR. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday out there. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.